Aqua.
Good morning. I hope you are doing well.
God is taking care of his children. And good morning, Samuel Umbura,
Good morning, Winston.
who tells me, Charlie, your place foul.
Oh, Charlie.
My place foul.
I'm not saying so. It's a very urban area.
No, I live in the municipal capital.
Ah, I see.
But your road network.
What's the name of the place again?
Abokobi.
Ah, yeah,
Oh,
clearly.
it's a road network.
The road network.
So, I'm sure the government is listening.
Municipality by name.
No, but it's always been the capital of the. In fact, the old
yes.
South municipal assembly's capital was
They
Abokobi.
should stop using population to determine whether a place is a village or not. They should now use infrastructure.
Yeah, the development should be the measure because I was
Yeah.
actually worried. I was worried, and then
Oh, you've been there?
yeah, I was there. I was there about a week ago.
You don't think they deserve power?
That's why I was telling the driver that I went with that Winston is doing well. Every day, every morning, this is the road that you fly to work. Wow.
And sometimes the car gets problems on the way. Regular feature of flat tires. Yeah.
The last time I had a flat tire,
Yeah, that is why everybody will hear Winston referencing his mechanic.
I garage.
Shout out this morning.
I garage.
It will happen again.
No, you see.
Oh.
No, but
Living
see,
in this city, there.
the roads are very bad. In fact, the roads are very, very, very bad.
Yeah.
And we'd have to talk about this. It was awarded. I am now told that they're going to cancel their contract and re-award it.
Wow.
Now, this man, watch this carefully. This contractor actually started constructing the drainages, the drainage.
Alright.
Then this road that had a bit of some potholes on it, he graded it that he was coming to, tar the road. The upper man will say, Vasadegbe. He's still not showed up.
Wow.
Kebashengmene, wanakule. So when you're driving on that road, you must drive safe.
Yeah.
And talking about driving safe, let's get to our Drive Safe campaign, brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Ghana Company Limited, Toyota Superior Quality. So avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on, and that's how to drive safe. Let's now learn how to say it right, brought to us by Koba Payment App, Koba Our Lives Simplified, and Kingdom Books at Kingdom. Quality and affordability is our hallmark. So today I want us to learn something. Yesterday somebody stopped me and asked me a very simple question. Why do you say a university and not an university? Now the answer is very simple. University starts with a sound Y, which is a semi-vowel and not a vowel. So even though we see U, the sound itself is a semi-vowel, and so you cannot use an when it is a semi-vowel. So unlike, a typical word that will start with U, the university starts with Y. And so the simple thing to do is that you go with a university and not an university. Right, guys, let's see what's in the newspapers this morning. It's brought to us by Milo Energy to go further and First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. I have a lot of energy this morning.
Yes, apparently.
After
Mostly
sleeping in darkness. I haven't slept the whole night. But,
Have they completed the exercise they were doing?
No.
The one that the minister came to announce that was being done to improve the network. The one that Dr. Ekubobe said should not be done during the rainy season and say there's a problem. That's why we are doing it during the rainy season. Have they completed it?
Well, the last time I checked, it was ongoing.
Oh, okay.
It was for about a 1 month.
But that's why you need
duration,
to inform.
I wanted an update from the deputy minister some time ago. I couldn't get any one from him. Yeah, I wanted him to tell us how long it's going to last, so that people can plan their lives properly within their space. Anyway.
Okay. Let's get into the papers.
Okay. Now let me start with Daily Guide. Yes, yeah. The Daily Guide is reporting this morning that deputy speakers can vote. Supreme Court insists. So there was a review application by the gentleman Abdullahi who actually went back to the court, the lawyer, and he said someone told him that he had less than 1% chance, and he realized that it was slimmer than that. But finally, he still pursued it and ended up losing the case. The court did not find any reason why they should review their earlier position on this particular matter. And we are talking about what the interesting decision of the Supreme Court that the deputy speakers, unlike the speakers, can vote, and that restricts them from voting because they are still members of parliament, and that they were mandated to represent their people at all times, even if they are in the chair. And that was because there's been a back and forth between speaker, minority, and the majority on Joe Osei-Owusu's voting specifically. And it became a bit funny. The last time they prevented him from occupying the chair again.
And you know,
and it became a fight.
Became a fight. You know that Samson Ladi Anyenini posted something on Facebook.
Yeah.
He said, "Did we have the answer?" I mean, I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the standing orders of Parliament, Order 1093 says a deputy speaker or any other member presiding shall not retain his original vote while presiding.
Yeah.
Now, you've read law, you would understand. So, shall not retain his original vote.
vote, yeah.
And in this case, some have said, so he could actually have a casting vote. Well, but the Supreme Court has explained that he retains his original vote too. So, that one is a bit of a departure from what you have in the standing orders. Let's go on.
You know, the very interesting scenario when 2 police officers were arrested after the bullion van robbery thing. Then they took them to the scene, and Christopher was trying to reenact the scene for us in a very interesting way. And it was obvious his skills in the reenaction was not so good, so we couldn't understand him properly. But those 2 gentlemen, they pinpointed 4 others who are supposed to be standing trial. Those 4, they've been given additional charges. That's conspiracy to robbery and robbery. Those two gentlemen are dead. So that's the latest trouble. So the Daily Guide is reporting fresh trouble for bullion bank robbers. They were denied bail and also given additional charges here when they appeared in court. Now, one more story. There's a story about the fire incident that happened at Opera at Mokola. And there's also 2 arrested over Sagoli killings. There's 5 CPP national executives arrested. The story is indicating that Nkrumah's party. We were supposed to talk about Nkrumah today.
Well, I think it's 50 years since he died.
Yes. But Nkrumah will not be very happy today that on the anniversary of his death, the 5 national executives of the CPP were on Monday arrested. You want me to do it? and detained by the Adabaka District Police Command for allegedly calling their national chairman, Anakosia Fripoma Sapokuma Kuba, a thief. The officers arrested, including the national organizer, the national treasurer, the general secretary, and also national youth organizer. So those are the people that are in there. After taking their statement, the police gave the officers self-recognizance bail and to report on May 11, 2022. So that's the status of the CPP. I mean, anyway, well, but we know Nkrumah is a great man by all standards.
Oh, he is.
We will not judge the current CPP. His standards by the current CPP. We know that he's, to me, the best leader we've had in this country. And his track record show. In fact, at a point, he was voted the African of the century or the millennium.
Yes, African of the millennium.
Yes.
So, I mean, as for Nkrumah, no doubt.
Yeah.
The
But
greatest
Sali
Ghanaian.
Mazrui said he was a great African, but not so great Ghanaian.
Well, you could be
That's
right.
what Prof. Sali Mazrui said. Not me, the way you're looking at me like I'm the Ali Mazrui.
Ali Mazrui could be right. He could be right.
Anyway, so civil servants disqualified from MPP race. Now, a civil servant at the but what that is in tandem with the
No, continue. I want
continue.
to see.
No, I don't know why they are saying
I want to find out whether he resigned
like
before
this
going
is
to
justified neutrality.
Where they're asking for
I want to know
neutrality
that he
A
resigned.
allowance
civil
is going to
servant
be-
at the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, Owusu Seche, has been disqualified from contesting the Messiah South NPP chairmanship race. Ashanti Regional First Vice Chairman Kwablan Seche petitioned the NPP vetting committee that Owusu Seche is a civil servant and therefore cannot contest. The NPP vetting committee investigated the matter and disqualified Owusu Seche after 8 investigations affirmed the allegation. This clears the way for Richard Ejemenso Furiata, aka Tom Tom, another aspirant who was qualified to solely contest the seat. Petition, according to the Mr. Owusu Seche is a deputy estate officer at the KMA. and therefore was not qualified according to what the
I
Supreme
see.
Court said not long ago.
And he did not resign before contesting.
Yeah.
Yes,
apparently, yeah.
that he's a civil servant falls within a civil service personal part of the provisions. That the neutrality principle, the neutrality has been mentioned here, the one that for which the allowance is justified. That the neutrality principle of the civil service embedded the laws of this state precludes any civil servant from partaking in partisan politics except he or she resigns. That's what's in
All right.
this particular paper.
Anyway, the big story on the Daily Statesman also has the courts, Deputy Speaker voting rights settled, Supreme Court throw out review application, Ghana Health Service, don't ignore face masks completely. Our current active case count is 40 with no severe cases. Nana Komia Baumia, Alan ticket is MPP's surest bet. Upon Chroma, Laos, Exim Bank's support for young exporters. There's an interesting story here. We remember that reported case of domestic violence in Nigeria. Osinachi's autopsy report out, FCT 6 legal advice. We understand the case has been moved from the Lugbe Police Division to the State Criminal Investigation Department, and now that the autopsy is out, the State Attorney is taking over the case for prosecution.
All right, let's get to the chronicle for this morning and Job chapter 30 verse 14. As through a wide broken place in the wall they come on, I am overturned by the shock of their attack. 1,125 rounds of ammunition stolen from Osu Castle. Informant turns suspect. Enters ammunition room through the window.
Hey.
So the informant, who said he had actually found, who went to the police and indicated that he had found some 375 rounds of ammunition in the bush. That's what he said first. Yeah. Then on another day, he went to sell some 750 rounds of the 7.62 by 39 mm live ammunitions. And the police were invited. The same person who said he had found it in the bush was now going to sell. The police was invited, and the police went there and picked him up. There were two. One is pleaded guilty. The other says he's not guilty. And so that case has been adjourned. And go away. You have no case. You know what that means? Yeah. Justice Abdullah. That's how the Chronicle captures it. And if I were to read the first, the Chronicle says, after succeeding in getting the Apex Court to interpret Articles 102 and 104 of the Constitution, Justice Abdullah has this time around failed abysmally to convince the 9 Lord Justices as to why they should take a second look at the previous decision. That's how the Chronicle captures it. And Fidelity Bank staff in court for illegally...
There's no go away in the case.
No, there's no go away in the
There's
case.
no judgment indicating go away.
Fidelity Bank staff in court for illegally withdrawing 476,000 from customers' accounts.
Wow.
Now, that story from the Supreme Court's on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Two other stories include the Public Accounts Committee referring 100 institutions to the police for procurement law breaches. And according to the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, Dr. James Kluche Aveji, and when the Attorney General begins to prosecute them, all of them, if they are jailed, it will serve as a deterrent to other people. When you are found culpable, you face the law. For procurement issues, one could be jailed for 5 years or fined or maximum of 30,000 or both. So that's what they are doing. 100 different institutions. These are predominantly district assemblies, and also universities are included across 6 regions. The regions are Bono, Northeast, Savannah, Upper East, and Upper West. And these are the places where they are misbehaving. They are breaching the procurement law left, right, center. Because of that, they want them the former EC boss, was she not referred to the disciplinary committee officer because of procurement related matters?
Yes.
That was the earlier,
yes,
what they call it, right?
Yeah.
So I guess sometimes some people take it serious. Yeah. For other people, we treat it like, let's just move along with it anyway.
But let's see how it will go.
Okay.
The No Crusading Guide, it has the Nana Komia story telling MPP Baumia land ticket best bet for victory 2024. Accra City Response Team pass out. The work of the response team is to enforce sanitation bylaws and traffic regulation, and it is expected to create jobs for the youth. Dumsor wishes are wishful thinkers. It's actually an article
Repeat
in
that
the
part. It's an interesting
Dumsor
part.
wishes are
Yes.
wishful thinkers.
Okay, yeah.
So it's actually an article in the No Crusading Guide. Winston wanted to say something.
No, he's not saying it.
He's not saying it. Winston.
No, he's not part of the Doomsday Wishes.
Oh, okay.
He's part of the feelers.
I'm not aware of any Dumsor.
Open my
though.
mail when I was also
Intermittent power supply. Yes.
Anyway, in my area we don't have Dumsor, so I'm not. I don't know what they are talking
You
about.
live in a
here.
very prestigious
Yeah,
area.
sure.
Well, let me get to the Ghanaian Times. Deputy Speaker's right to vote. SC tosses review application, declines to overturn verdict. Professor Atodan urges world leaders to dialogue, mediate to end Russian-Ukraine war. And Information Minister applauds Exim Bank for extending support to young exporters. Ghana's revenue and grants to increase by 37%. Rand Merchant Bank projects. And the back page says first batch city response team pass out and will continue with strike till negotiations conclude. That's according to Clocksack. They're still on strike. Anyway, let's get to the online news review. Brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. So, look, live life the easy lane with the enhanced Z Mobile Ghana app. Yes, Zenith Bank Ghana's Z Mobile app has been enhanced to give you better and more efficient services. With the enhanced Z Mobile Ghana app, you can schedule payments, purchase airtime, data bundles, log in with fingerprints or facial recognition, withdraw cash at any Zenith Bank ATM without a card, set travel notifications, and so much more. And guess what? Now, non-account holders can easily open Zenith Instant accounts via the app. The enhanced Z Mobile Ghana app is convenient, simple to use, and very secure. Download the Z Mobile Ghana app today on Play Store, App Store, and enjoy banking on the go. Z Mobile, easy does it. Zenith Bank in your best interest. So let me get to my joyonline.com. Find a way to unite CLOSAC and TUC Labour Consultant advises government. Let's get to citynewsroom.com. A neutrality allowance contravenes civil service principles. Franklin Kujo. And then on the BBC, Russia cuts off supplies to Poland and cuts off gas supplies to Poland and Bulgaria. Well, that's Russia for you. And Russia accuses UK of provoking attacks on its soil. Anyway, let's now go for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
This is a bank, First Atlantic Bank, a shining purple star to brighten up my day. First Atlantic Bank, professionally different services all day long. First Atlantic Bank, and it feels so cool. I know this is where I belong. Come on, everybody, this is a bank.